My name's Aaron Cairo. I'm a sponsored skateboarder from the San Francisco Bay Area, and today we're going to talk to you about the difference between freestyle versus street skateboard. Okay guys, we're here today with world champion freestyle skateboarder Mike Osterman, who literally is the world champion. I think I joke around about that so much because people come and I say the world foremost champion in whatever thing they do. Yeah. Yo-yos or whatever, and it's always a joke. Oh. This time it's
he was actually
not.
World champion though too.
Yeah, he was a yo-yo.
Okay, the one example that I give was also the world champion, but Mike is actually the world champion, legit.
Yeah, I think I technically am. I can't really keep track anymore. There's a lot of really good freestylers.
And
right
he's
now.
one of them, aka the world champ.
Yeah,
so
I'll take it.
We're gonna talk about the difference in both the actual physical skateboards and the tricks, the language. Because I hear Mike talk and I'm just like, dude, where are you from?
Yeah, there's a lot of differences for sure.
Between these two things here.
Yeah.
Start with the board itself.
Yeah, so this is like your standard street skateboard, right?
Yep. And what makes it standard?
I mean, I think most of them have sort of similar shapes and concaves, right? So they usually have a kick nose and a kick tail.
Kick nose, and what we call that in street skateboarding is nose. Yeah. Kick tail, and what we call that in street skating is tail. I feel like freestyle has these long names. Like earlier we did a kickflip and they were like, ollie kickflip. And we were like, what? A what? Who? Mm-hmm. It's like shortened. Yeah, because we're lazy.
Well, you also like don't have as much variety or variation in tricks too. Like
because we're lazy and we
say kickflip, no.
It's okay. Let the people know, Mike. Let them know.
Well, there's just differences, right?
Yeah.
So a kick nose and a kick tail, usually they have an upturn to them.
Okay.
I say kick nose because compared to a freestyle board, or like this specific freestyle board.
Yeah, so this is also a freestyle board.
Yeah, there's a lot of variation too with
from
different
Walt
shapes.
Skateboarding, link in the bio. Okay, so this is kick tail, but not kick nose.
No, flat nose.
Kick tail, flat nose. So when you say kick, you mean ramp up.
Yeah, it's got an upturn to it, so it actually starts to kick up.
So this one also freestyle, kick tail, kick nose.
Correct, yeah.
But there is a difference also in the middle of these boards. Can you spot it? Leave it in the comments below if you spotted it already. Go ahead and let the people know.
Let's do it. So the concave on this board, there's
Tell them what that means, because
concave.
Here at Braille Skateboarding, some people don't know what the concave is, and that's fine.
So when you look down the length of a board, you'll notice there's actually a curve from rail to rail. It kind of goes like
And rail just means the edge, I suppose.
Yeah, from one edge of the board to the other, there's a curve.
Yeah.
And that allows you to have a more rigid board, and it also helps the board kind of feel like it's
more rigid? So it's more stiff like this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's why they do that.
That's why I like making videos like this. I have no idea.
It's a big part of it. Freestyle boards, we like to have a flatter board because we like to be able to shuffle our feet around. So you'll notice the concave from edge to edge on this board is a lot mellower.
Very shallow.
Yeah, super shallow.
Almost flat. There's just a smidgen of concave.
Yeah. And that allows you to do footwork a lot easier, at least in my opinion. I like footwork on flatter boards.
Yeah, so when I started making these videos, I think that's pretty much just from the top of the video. Same grip tape, same situation there.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But when I started making videos on my Instagram, people were freaking out about this here.
Yep.
And this here.
Skid plates.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? So explain that.
So you notice this board has a little bit of razor tail. It's got kind of some wear on the tail. That's from popping the board, from skidding the tail, from all kinds of stuff. Yeah. You eventually wear out the tail.
Right.
Now, I really don't like that, and freestylers do a lot of tricks where we skid our tails and also where we're hopping on the board. And pounding the tails into the ground.
Like that.
Exactly.
We'll do some actual tricks like that to show you. For sure. Or at least Mike will.
You got them too now. I've seen you do some.
Truth.
So whenever you do that, when you combine skidding your tail and wearing it out and pounding on the tail like that, it's like the perfect recipe for like splits and chips and breakage.
So this is to make your board last longer.
Yeah, it prevents that wear, that tail wear, so that you don't have that. We call these skid plates.
So to put this on, you have to drill through, and you have a special kind of top here. It makes a little thing there. And then it's basically screws on the bottom. Okay, now explain the grip tape.
So for Caspers, there's these tricks called Caspers, where you have one foot on top of the nose or tail and one foot underneath. Just like that.
Yep.
Exactly like that. And when we do that trick, when we do variations of that trick, it helps to have grip tape there because your foot is literally just planted right on the tail.
Right.
So I like to put grip tape on the bottom.
So it doesn't slide off.
Yeah, and all of our completes actually, when you get a waltz complete, comes with clear grip tape.
Clear?
Little shoots of it, so you can actually apply it to the nose and tail under the board, wherever you like.
Genius. So, all right, I feel like we covered the board itself, the nose, the kick. Now, what's different about these trucks?
Ooh, so really the trucks are just built for the size of board that we ride. So this, for instance,
Trucks,
is...
if you don't know, are these metal pieces holding on the wheels right there and there.
Yeah. So these are pretty standard. They're not a whole lot different from the average like standard street truck or vert truck.
These are Ace trucks.
Those are Aces, yep.
So, but don't they seem kind of like shorter?
They're a
first
little
of all,
bit narrower.
how wide is this board?
That one's 7.75 inches wide.
7.75.
And that's pretty big for a freestyle board, actually.
Okay, so like my street board is an 8-inch, so this is just a quarter of an inch shorter in width.
Yeah. And because of that, we need to have a narrower truck to fit the width of the board.
Okay.
So the trucks there are bullet double ones or bullet 11s, and those are 7.25 inches wide, which is 7.25 inches is quite a bit narrower than the deck. But when we combine the width of the trucks with how wide the wheels are, and we'll get to that in a second,
Okay.
It ends up being about the same width as the deck. So freestyle wheels. So your average street wheel has a center set bearing seat. So where the bearings sit on the wheel, and bearings are the things that make the wheel spin,
Right.
that's in the center of the wheel, right?
Really?
So there's 2 sets on the center. Now with freestyle wheels, they're offset.
So 2 bearings per wheel,
2 bearings.
8 bearings total. So on the freestyle wheels, the bearings are that way.
They're called offset
Tell the
wheels.
people why.
So the center, the bearing seat, the seat for the bearings is offset to one side. So because of that, you have more urethane, more of the wheel covering up this side of the wheel. How do I say that?
Yeah,
the,
just like
the
that.
wheels stick out farther on one side and they cover up the axle. And what that helps with is protecting the sides of the trucks when you're doing primos and rail stands and tricks where you're sliding on the side of the wheels.
What? Yeah, these wheels are better I can tell.
Yeah, we really like these ones. These are the wheels we make at Waltz too. But basically, yeah, the wheels just stick out to one side. They cover up the axle. They provide more stability when you're balancing on the side of the board.
Because I don't know if you've noticed, but freestyle tricks, there's a lot of tricks where you do from what's called in rail, which is like that.
Yeah, you're on the side of the board. Mm-hmm.
In street skateboarding, you never go. You avoid this at all possible costs. It's called primo, and it hurts.
Yeah.
In freestyle, you go for this.
Yeah.
It's called rail, and it hurts so good.
Yeah, landing like a finger flip to rail stand or a truck stand to rail is like the next level when
Right.
you're doing a trick.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
So, okay, I realized that we missed something vitally important, and then I forgot what it was.
Bushings.
Oh, why are those important?
So we swap out all the bushings.
No
on the
way!
board.
For
Yeah.
real? Why?
Yeah, so
Nobody would have ever known that.
Yeah, well, I really like tight trucks, and tight trucks helps a lot when you're doing freestyle tricks.
Why?
A lot of times, like getting onto the rail, and doing
Yeah.
a lot of footwork tricks. When you're doing them, you want a more stable board, and having harder bushings and tighter trucks helps you maintain that stability. So we swap out these bushings for Venom bushings, which I really like.
Wow,
But-
this is like very intense. There's a lot of technical information occurring in just this minute.
We cover everything we possibly can when we're trying to make a board, especially for what we do.
So same hardware, of course, that's the same.
Yeah.
Just keeps the trucks on. There's something here.
Something else,
The
something
shape is definitely different.
Yeah.
Go into that a little bit.
Yeah, your average street board has pretty wide nose and tail, and they're just kind of a regular round popsicle stick shape. That's
Right.
why I was calling it a popsicle before.
Right, and this one it's kind of like a little bit flat here, and then
Yeah.
a little bit flat here, and then a little bit flat there.
Yeah, so all freestyle boards vary with the shapes. Different companies and different riders like different shapes. But for this one in particular, there's a bit of taper, so it actually narrows at the beginning of the nose, and then the nose is more flat at the top. So that provides stability during pogos, truck stands, and tricks like that.
I realize what it is.
What is it?
Well, okay, or maybe I didn't, because maybe we covered this a little bit, but when I was asking Ethan, who we're going to show skating in a minute, But the interesting thing is, so I was asking him, so why do you do the one tail and then the flat nose? And he's like, oh, there's more combinations.
Yes. Okay, so
And I was like, how could that be? Well, you want 2 kicks.
I talk about this all the time, and people are like, no, that's crazy. Would you rather have a butter knife or a Swiss Army knife?
A Swiss Army knife.
Because there's more options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's not more options. You have no nose.
No, you have so many more options. Because
Why?
we're not just doing ollie tricks and like the same like street tricks that people do.
Yeah.
We're doing those pogos you were talking about.
But why
We're
does
doing
the
all
flat
kinds of
nose
stuff.
help?
For some reason, just certain tricks are easier when you have a flat nose. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just about the way that the board sometimes rotates over a flat nose, the way that it balances when you're doing pogos and truck stands.
Yeah.
Certain tricks just feel a little bit different, and when you're doing 50 different tricks, having, some tricks that feel better on the nose and some tricks that feel better on the tail comes in handy. It's like the Swiss Army knife. I'm not gonna butter my bread with a Bowie knife. Right? I don't know.
Right, and you're not going to cut your way out of a jungle with a butter knife.
Exactly. You need the right tools for the job.
So this is the right tool.
Yeah.
So basically you sent me the wrong board, Mike.
I didn't have this board yet. We just started making
This
this board.
guy.
I'll trade you. I love that board. Okay, fair.
Can I just take his board? I can't just take his board.
I mean, I got more at home. I'll be fine. And then the cool thing about this board too, this one is our Huntington shape, and it has these rail cuts as well. So if you notice, it's kind of subtle, but the sides of the board, the edges, actually cut in a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, so...
Why? What does that do?
That's the cool part. There's 2 main reasons. For one, there's less friction when you're standing on the side of the board. So when you're in rail stands, when you're in primos, and you're like shifting around, there's less friction at the center of the board because this part isn't touching the ground.
So this one's easier to coconut wheelie.
Yeah. I should have told you that for the last video.
Wow. Okay. Legit. I would have to play around on this for a minute. Oh, it seems so weird. It does feel easier.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Killing it.
Go crazy. Do tons of tricks.
On your board?
Either one, either one.
All right.
All right, so where can I get these boards?
In the description below, in the description.
WaltzSkateboarding.com.
Yeah, so waltzskateboarding.com, you can find all these boards, those wheels, the skid plates, everything you need to get your freestyle setup going.
And at BrailleSkateboarding.com, you can get the street setup going.
Yeah.
There you go, we got you covered. All forms of skateboarding, all types of skateboarding, all tricks of skateboarding, all people of skateboarding are the best.
We want to see you learn these tricks.
Learn them, please. And then submit your tricks. There's a link down there as well for that. It's brailleskateboarding.com/Learn to Skate Challenge, LTSC. And then tag us. Tag us and show us your freestyle tricks on Instagram.
Yeah. We want to see it.
We might even repost you, you know? It's happened before, it could happen again.
I think so.
So huge thanks to Mike for coming out.
Dude, thanks for trying these. It's so sick to see you learn this stuff.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a whole...
Go! Sorry, I get excited. What were you saying?
Check out all those videos right there. Subscribe, like, leave a comment below. And you, yes, you, learn how to ride a skateboard. It's fun. You'll have fun. Make it fun.
Do it.
Be it so.
Be it so.